Hi, my name is Carol Cliff. I used to be called Carol Lysop. I'm now Carol Cliff, and I'm going to tell you about how I met, as I know, Coco the Clown. I was badly burned in 1958 in an accident, a home accident. I finished up in what they call the Royal Hospital in Sheffield, which is now not there anymore. It used to be a place that the circus used to come to every year, and it was Bertram Knowles Circus. Coco the Clown went to work for Bertram Knowles Circus, but it used to come around the country, and then in winter it used to stay at Olympia in London. And I could see them building the circus. Like I say, I was badly burned, and I had to lay flat on a bed, and I could see through this mirror. And my parents went along to the circus and said, well, look, my daughter's in hospital, would you come and see her? And along they came to see me, and amongst the people, Coco. Yeah, so he came along and he did explain to me that he had been burned himself. That he used to do a trick with a tea urn on his back, and he used to give the audience a cup of tea, and it split one night, and he carried on with the show, but he was very badly burned. Probably, he said, not probably as bad as what you are, but you will get better. I got better. There were times when they thought that I wouldn't have, or I wouldn't walk again, and I did, and probably there was somebody like that helped me. She said they had this phone call from somebody from the BBC wanted to speak to me, and they were going to phone back at a certain time. So off I went to her house and waited for the phone call, and they said that they were doing this programme for the Social Live, and would I like to appear as a guest at Coco the Clown? And I said, well, yeah, you know, why not? And they said they sent me a letter, which they did, which I don't have now, but they did, and a train ticket. And I asked them how they got to know, because, I mean, like I said, I couldn't remember anybody coming from any local newspapers at that particular time, or because it would have been a big story even for the circus in them days, so I can't remember that, you know. And like I said, she said, we've traced you to a photograph. I was only, like I said, 19. I'd never been out to Sheffield, only to local seaside places. And I got on the train and it was so exciting. Like I said, there's a chap and he sat there, only young, so as I were, and he sat there and he said hello, and I said hello to him, and I thought, you know, and we got talking, and it just come out, you know. I said, I'm very nervous, I've come for a television programme, I don't know whether I should be telling you or not. And he said, well, I've come for a television programme, it's my granddad. And I said, who's your granddad? And he says, it's Coco the Clown. This young chap took me out, and I tell you, the first time I went to Leicester Square, took me to cinema. Yeah, and they took me to supper that night. So on the Sunday morning again, this was going to be the first time we was going to meet anyone from the BBC. So there would be one or two more people staying in that hotel. Some people had come from abroad. There was a lady, and I remember her well, she was foreign, and no, she had something to do with snakes. So I wouldn't have connected them till that morning when this person came along, and they took us along to, they must have took us along to some studio, and then they started to chat as a group. You know, it was going to happen on Monday night, and it was still secret, that they wouldn't film or go and ask Coco till the Monday. And they were going to Bertram Knowles, which was Olympia. It was Olympia. They were going there. That's when they were going to surprise him. Mm-hmm. They went in while there was and it would have been Eamonn Andrews, of course, with the book. But then they also, this Sunday afternoon, there was also going to check us clothes, what we brought. We got us lines then. They give us these lines. So there's not a lot of lines. So we've got to sort of basically remember this for Monday night. So we've got them lines by then. And instead of seats, they'd made like about that high, it's comfortable enough for you to be able to get off. I mean, you know, is it that high for people to sit on. But he didn't sit round like he did with all the guests. You know, I didn't sit there after I said, well, you went off. There's somebody waiting, because it was theatre stage and everything. Somebody waiting for you, you know, well done, you know, stand here or whatever. And then after that, I remember taking us into this lovely room, and there was food, and there was wine, and everything being done. And then there was also the people that hadn't been on This Is Your, you know, the families and other friends of his that hadn't been actually on the show. I was like on cloud nine, because everybody was treating me as though I was special. I mean, I was only young, and it was great, you know, come on, all this attention, it was lovely. it seems to be a very quick meeting in a roundabout way. Again, I got children, remember, I got three little tots from it at that little time. This car came along and fetched us again, took us to this lovely caravan, a beautiful caravan. And of course his wife was sat in there then, and she gave me a hug. Of course she remembers me. And he was there, and they said, oh, hello, and thank you for coming. This is so special a meeting again. And the photographs were there next. I will take these photographs. And again, it seemed to happen quite quickly, because the next thing, we was in the circus, and we got the ringside seats, and you know. And then halfway through the show stopped, and the spotlight came onto me, and he walked on, and he told the audience, I've got somebody here who's a young woman who is very, very special to me, and I'm going to let you all have a look at her. And that was me. And he brought me some flowers and some chocolates, and gave me a kiss, you know. And then it was done, and I never saw him anymore. And he died that year. My daughter spoke to him as a person, because I never did see him without his makeup on. But I spoke to him, and I spoke to a person, not a clown. He told me bits about himself in that short time, you know, and he'd had an hard life, and he said that life would get better, and it got better for him, and it would get better for me, and I would survive. And I did. Fantastic, really, because to think that a chap would only be then in his, I would say if he went on the social life, he'd probably be in his early 60s, I don't know that, to keep a photograph for a young woman, or it come out to see, to keep that photograph all that time. Why? And no connection with him, and didn't know me. Yeah, he come to see me. Why did he keep my photo? And that's the only way they could have it's the only way they could have traced me. But I don't know, he took a size 57 in a shoe.